First, tip of the hat to Colgate. When I got this job last year, I spent quite a bit of time watching film of their teams over the past 4 or 5 years, just to try to get an idea of like, all right, what do we have to get our standard up to, and to be able to beat Colgate, a program that has been dominant for the past 5 or 6 years en route to our first championship in some time is big time. It's big time. So, tip of the hat to Colgate, formidable foe. Really proud of our guys. Again, don't get too rattled. Didn't stay composed. You know, they kicked that 3 in at the end of the half. Thought we had some pretty good momentum, and we just stayed the course. So, just proud of our guys.
Defensively, you took them out their rhythm, especially in the second half, just with your pressure. And he talked about how you guys are in rotation, how you scramble. You just make things difficult. How has that progressed throughout the season to where it is now, where you just took the 4-time champion out of the tournament?
You know, I told our team in the locker room, you know, watching film from, you know, we played, say, Lafayette, to watch us play the very first time and then the second time and then the third time. Watching the first 2 times that we played, it's like night and day. Watching Colgate the first 2 times that we played them, from first game to second game, night and day. And that's where it's supposed to be. Your team is supposed to progressively get better. But to see us on film sometimes, the way that we defended Colgate a week ago, I'm pretty sure it's going to seem that way today. You know, that's the way it's supposed to be, man. Ball screen coverage is really good. Our rotations were good. Our post doubles and kick-out rotations were really good. It's the way it's supposed to be this time of year.
And I know it's 3 days in between games. As a coaching staff, did that allow you to tweak things? Because both teams know each other so well.
Yeah.
Does that give you a chance to kind of tweak some things as opposed to just playing the next day?
Yeah. It's, you know, it's going to be some minor tweaks, some things to, you know, evaluate. Hey, the things that we did the last time we played Navy, do we want to do those again? Are we better at those things? But it's not going to be any wholesale changes for the most part.
And what does your next few days look like preparing for Navy?
Watching a lot of film. And then, you know, watch a lot of film. You know, getting the practice plans for the next couple of days in place. You know, we want to work hard, but we got to be smart at the same time, and that's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
Matt, you guys were able to shoot 55% as a team in the second half, 5 of 8 from three-point range. What was working offensively after intermission?
Just getting paint touches and then kicking out, getting in and out threes, getting rhythm threes for all our shooters, including myself. Just trying to get easy buckets, not making anything complicated.
Duane, early a bunch of turnovers here and there.
Yeah.
They seem to jump on you guys. What do you write that off as? Just opening?
Yeah. That's what I think. That's what the turnovers hurt us early. I think that disrupted our rhythm, and we're a pretty good turnover team. You know, we don't turn it over a lot, and I wasn't really surprised. I know it's gonna be some jitters and everything. This knucklehead right here did a couple things he shouldn't have done to cause the turnovers. But I thought once we got settled and we started touching the paint, you know, I told our guys ahead of time, it'll be an avalanche. We're going to make threes and everything else, but that ball has to touch the paint, and I thought we did a really good job of that.
Next up, Navy, lessons learned in the first 2 games against the Mids that will help you guys Wednesday.
Yeah, you know, staying out of foul trouble is important. You know, this guy played 22 minutes total last game against him. I think he played 8 in the first half. Greg fouled out as well. You know, those 2 guys are really important to us, and we got to be able to play hard without fouling. And Navy does a really good job of, you know, they'll play tough, but they also will sell some things, and referees they'll go for them sometimes. And we just got to be smart. We can't allow the referees to be put in those positions to make those type of calls.
Matt, kind of a slow start shooting the ball for you guys. What's the message from the senior leaders on the team at halftime before the coaches get in there?
Just stay confident. We're getting good open shots, good rhythm shots. Just, you know, do what we practice. We practice those same shots in practice, so just staying with it.
You've had a lot of battles with Jeff Woodward over the last, you know, several years. Just maybe talk a little bit about that dynamic going forth. You know, somebody for 5 years.
He's a great player. He's made me better. I've hopefully made him better. So I respect him. Respect his game. He's slow, a little bit bigger of a big, so a slower game, and you gotta defend him differently than you did in last game like Justin Vanderbond or something like that. So I respect him, and I wish him the best going forward.
Coach, I had to do some research for this. The last time a Patriot League team beat Colgate 3 times in a season was the 18 Bucknell Bison. And that you guys just climbed. Does that change your outlook at all?
No, it doesn't. I mean, just lends even more credence to what I said before, the respect that I have for that program. They have been the standard bearer of the Patriot League. You know, that's what I want our program to look like. And year 3, year 4 is, you know, every time we step on the court, our guys, we're not going to beat ourselves. And there's a sense of, you know, we had this when I was at DeMatha. Every time we stepped on the court, we felt that we're going to win the game. And regardless of if we looked at the clock and it's 2 minutes to go, we're down 10 points, there's always a sense that we expect to win. And that's when you know you got a championship level program. And what we're doing right now is great that we're doing it this year, but we're going to want to do this year in, year out, to be quite honest with you. And I think this is a really, really good start, though.
And then question for Matt. You know, obviously, if you ask a lot of people on this campus, it would say that you were snubbed for Patriot League Player of the Year. Obviously, Noah Williamson and the Bucknell Bison lost in the semis round. Does knowing that you went further than Noah Williamson and his team in the playoffs, is that any consolation for you, Matt?
I wouldn't say consolation. It just adds more fuel to the fire for our guys, for me, for Coach, just to go out and prove a little bit more that we want to win this tournament, and that's the goal for everybody at the end of the day, and that's what we want to do.
And then last question for you, Matt. You know, last game Lafayette covered you really tight, but this game you were able to kind of break free of that tight coverage and get more offense going. What was that like, just to have that bounce back game for you?
Just letting the game come to me, not forcing anything, not changing anything that I do, and creating other shots for open guys. I'm not trying to be the guy that shoots 30 times a game. I'm trying to get smart shots, get shots for everybody, even myself. And if that's a smart shot, I'm gonna take it.
Hey Matt, good to see you. Congratulations. We talked to you the last few years just about wanting to be in moments like this, wanting to win games like this, to win today and be on to that title game. I mean, just how special was that moment today, celebrating the win, and how eager you guys, to now take it that next step and get to the big dance?
It just makes me so happy to see the development of this program, what Simp has done for this program, the crowd, the fans, everybody that comes in now. You see how packed it was today. It just makes me so happy to be in this moment, to be at that next level, and now I'm going to take advantage of that for sure.
And Coach, I'm going to pan this over to you real quick. Coach, for you, kind of similar vein, just having this moment today, I saw you kind of going up to the fans and giving them the shout out, but also at the same time saying one more. So how do you balance that of this is a huge moment for your program, but the job's not done yet?
Yeah. The good thing is in the perfect world, we're in a neutral site tournament. It's like the next day we got to go play. But we talked to our guys about it. Hey, we're going to enjoy this today, but like tomorrow we got to get right back to work. And the great thing about it, I told these guys this, it's a really good feeling. I walk in that locker room, and they're excited, but they're not jumping up and down as if like we've just won a championship. Like they know that there's still more work to be done, which is really cool.
And I saw you had a moment with some of your old DeMatha guys.
Yeah.
David Aldridge is here going crazy, the whole crowd. I mean, how do you feel about just, the buzz that's here right now?
It's everything that I wanted when I got the job, and just knowing that I'm a DMV guy. I know people. I know our fans in this area. They're not going to come out just because they're cool with you. They may come out for a game here and there, but like they want to see winners. They want to see winners, and it's cool to see that we're getting people excited about coming out because we're winning basketball games, and that's the DMV, man. If you ain't winning ball games, they're gonna watch the Caps, they're gonna watch the Nats, there's a bunch of other things they can do, but it's cool to see everybody here in Bender Arena for sure.
Thank you, guys.
Need the mic up front.
All right, and then just last question for you, Coach. Looking at Matt Mayock, since the start of the tournament, he's been really aggressive, both driving into the lane and getting into the paint, but also on the defensive end. Can you kind of just talk about like his growth and what kind of switched from the regular season to now?
I couldn't tell you. I think some opportunities. His teammates. When Elijah is going really good, he's got a good flow. there's certain guys who are going to benefit from him, and Matt Mayock is a guy who's always in the right place offensively and defensively. I don't want to put too much pressure on Eli, but when Eli is facilitating his touch the paint, the ball ends up finding guys like Matt Mayock. And, his three was huge in the second half. I want him to shoot more. I told our staff the other night, if Matt Mayock gets 10 points, we're in a really good spot. He got 7 tonight, 2 for 4, but he's a good player, man. He's just one of those guys you don't want to put too much pressure on him and try to run stuff for him because that's just not the way he operates. But within the flow of the game, he'll get some good shots. Yep. All good.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks. Appreciate you guys. See you Wednesday.